with their awareness increases and they think, you know what? It's okay to do this. It's okay to do that. I don't need, I feel good about myself. I don't need somebody else's approval or their
That's true.
certificate.
बिल्कुल.
And this is what Meet Yourself therapy is about. It's about reaching that level of self-esteem and self-confidence. I don't have to prove myself to somebody else. You know,
Yeah.
it's like if you look at our
I
ulema.
think, Nahid, what's happening is that we are trying to please others. We are trying to please others. हमारी जो दिल में एक आवाज हमें जो बार बार हमें झुरझोर रही है कि सुनो तुम जो हम चाह रहे हैं, हमारा नफ्स जो चाह रहा है, वो हम अपने नफ्स की आवाज को सुन नहीं रहे हैं.
नहीं.
ठीक है. और उसकी वजह से क्या हो रहा है कि हम और डूबते चले जा रहे हैं इन परेशानियों में.
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल.
है ना?
हमारी रूह की आवाज सुननी है ना हमारे.
हाँ.
Okay, so when we say meet yourself, we're not talking about the egoistic self. We're talking about the real self, which is the ruh. The ruh is, you know, when you're connected with the ruh, then you're in a state of unconditional love and compassion, where you love others how they are, right? If you think about somebody that you really love, everybody has faults, but when you really love somebody, you can see their faults, but you ignore the faults. You love them even despite the faults.
बिल्कुल. अब वो तो अपनी औलाद के साथ होता है नाहिद. आपके बच्चों में चाहे जितने भी ऐब हों, लेकिन ये कि आप उनको छुपाते हैं, ढाकते हैं और उनको उसी तरह प्यार देते हैं, उतना ही मोहब्बत देते हैं. लेकिन ये कि लेकिन लाइक आई सेड अर्लियर कि हम दूसरों को खुश करते हमने अपनी औलाद को इग्नोर किया है, हमने डैमेज किया एक्चुअली. उनकी है ना, उनके अपब्रिंगिंग में हम में जो कोताहियां हुई हैं, फिर उसका भुगतान हम भुगत रहे हैं. क्योंकि बच्चे जो हैं अब बेराह हो गए हैं, कोई ड्रग्स में चला गया है. The youth is so disillusioned. They are going into Buddhism, into Scientology. They are becoming atheists. They are becoming agnostics. क्योंकि उनको कोई डायरेक्शन नहीं मिल रही है कि इस्लाम में ही पीस है या वो ढूंढ रहे हैं, पीस ऑफ माइंड ढूंढ रहे हैं. वो उनको नहीं कहीं मिल रहा है कि ना?
I think everybody is looking for peace, but what happens, and I never blame any parents, because parents love their children, but parents have fear. They have fear that if my child does this or does that, then हो क्या हो जाएगा? हाँ, अगर उन्होंने ये नहीं करा, अच्छा जॉब नहीं मिला, पैसा नहीं हुआ तो क्या हो जाएगा? So they're worried about their children. This is fear, okay? But if there is really a complete trust in Allah, then there should be no fear, okay?
Yeah,
but the thing is, it's hard to get rid of the fear. But what
हम
makes
कहते हैं,
yourself
देखो
meditation?
नाहिद, हम लोग जो है ना, हम लोग क्लेम करते हैं, वी क्लेम कि वी हैव ट्रस्ट इन अल्लाह, बट डू वी रियली हैव ट्रस्ट इन अल्लाह? कहीं ना कहीं पर हम जो है ना, हमारा ईमान जो है ना, कहीं ना कहीं पर ईमान हमारा शेक हो जाता है. हमें फियर जो है ना, वो फियर आ जाता है. हालांकि नमाजें भी हो रही हैं, सजदे भी हो रहे हैं, तस्बीहां भी हो रही हैं, दुआएं भी हो रही हैं, सब कुछ हो रहा है, बट समवेयर समदेयर कहीं पे ईमान हमारा तजल्जुल हो जाता है. ऐसा क्यों है? ऐसा क्यों है?
No, it does. I mean, I can see, personally, the difference it's made in my own life, because I had the same fears for my children. I had ideas of how I thought they should be, and if that didn't happen, then they would go astray. And I had to break that pattern, and the healing and meet yourself meditation have helped me so much, because while I was trying to impose my views on my children, a distance was being created. They were not happy. And since I relaxed, I eased that, and I had to overcome my own fear and say, well, Allah is looking after them. They will do what's best for them. Since now what's happened is that they are happier. They're happier within themselves. They feel more at peace. So there's less anxiety, less tension. Now, the beauty of Meet Yourself meditation, because it's a healing meditation, it actually heals those fears. You actually feel the difference where you're no longer afraid of what might happen. You're willing to go with the flow, trust in Allah. This is one of the biggest changes that I've noticed. Even when I did the NLP and the coaching, it works to such extent, but the energy healing with the meditation actually helps to heal the fears that I had inside of me about what might happen. And when those fears are cleared, then you feel much less anxious, and you're you're to let people be and accept them as they are, and that's what actually creates peace.
Acha, but tell me, Naid, can all the age groups will benefit from it?
Oh, all age groups can benefit for it, yes. We started off with Meet Yourself meditation for adults, and then we actually made a special program, Meet Yourself meditation for children. And this is it involves activities as well to help explain it to children. And it's something that we're hoping to establish in schools. We have done it with some schools and universities, and we've had a really good response. And then we did Meet Yourself meditation for parents, because
So
I know parents are busy.
how do you, if somebody wants to have, how do you conduct on the phone?
Okay,
Online, how do you do that?
we do it online. The way we normally do is we have a short talk, and then we have the actual meditation, and then feedback afterwards. So during the meditation, is half of it is guided meditation, and then towards the end there is silence, so that people can be still and peace with themselves. And throughout the session, energy healing is being sent, and that's distant healing. It works very well. And during the guided meditation, it essentially we help the people to relax. Now, the energy healing that they're receiving, that also helps them to relax and go into a deeper meditative state much quicker. The guided meditation helps them to do certain visualizations, which helps them to connect with their subconscious mind, to find out what challenges they're facing, the emotions and the thoughts around it, and to
So
actually find their own solutions.
Nahid, do you probe into subconscious? Because सारा कूड़ा करकट जो खिचड़ी पक रही है, I think it's in subconscious, ना? And when you sleep, that conscious mind पे वो सब चीजें आती हैं. So it's all in subconscious. So how do you go about that? How do you probe into subconscious mind?
First of all, we recognize that everybody is different. So it's not, it's a loosely guided meditation where we're guiding people to find their own challenges, their own solutions. The way it works, though, I won't tell them exactly what to do. I will give them guidelines, and what happens is actually the energy healing which helps. What that does, because our thoughts and our emotions are vibrational energy. Now, since childhood, whatever experiences that we've had, the emotions we've had, painful emotions, the fears, they're formed in our subconscious. So when they receive healing, it loosens up those energy forms, those memories, which start to come back. Now, everybody experiences it in different ways. So I will guide them to basically observe what they are experiencing, and the energy healing helps them to understand what's going on, and they will develop their own guided meditation to help basically overcome the challenges that they're dealing with. So they will choose a particular challenge or issue they're facing, and they will, they will observe the thoughts and the emotions, and the energy healing will help them to find a solution to overcome it. It's a little bit difficult to explain without going through it, but when we actually do it with people, they find that it happens. It actually works.
It works.
We did a session just 2 days ago with people in Singapore, and
Uh-huh.
they were really happy because they found even with such a distance,
Oh, really?
they feeling the benefits. Yes, she said it was.
Do
She said it really worked, and she was found a solution for her challenges, and she felt calm and peaceful, and much more
That's good.
positive and empowered.
That's good. That's good. Acha, can you demonstrate before we close the program? Do you think you can give a little demonstration about it? Your the way you approach it, deal with this meet yourself meditation. Like you said, somebody in Singapore. How did you go about it?
Okay, how do we go about it? Well, we had a short talk, so I would explain essentially the main difference with Meet Yourself meditation is that it is a healing meditation.
Mm.
So, with an ordinary meditation where you just quieten your mind, you close your eyes and you try and relax, with Meet Yourself meditation, you're receiving energy healing. So, there is a healer who
Which
is
you are
actually
doing.
sending you energy.
The
And we
healing
work as
you
a
are
team.
doing
We
and your
work as a
team of
team. So,
yeah,
it's not just me. We work as a team, and there are
yeah.
healers, energy healers, who are sending energy healing. Now, what that's doing, that's actually, it's like, it's like when you're feeling stressed and anxious, if you sit with somebody who's very loving and peaceful, you actually start to feel calmer. So, what that energy healing is doing is actually helping to calm your mind, open up your awareness. And so, in a way, it's loosening the memories from your subconscious.
Mm.
So, um, initially, I will talk you through to help you get into a relaxed state.
Mm.
And the essence of it is relaxation. So it doesn't matter how you sit, how you lie. The important thing is that you're comfortable. Once you're in a comfortable position, the guided meditation will and the energy healing will help you relax deeper down to become
Mm.
completely loose. And then what we'll do is we'll guide you through to think of a challenge that you're facing. Could be anything. And
Okay.
the energy healing will help you to visualize and put a form and put a face to it. So um, sometimes,
Okay.
if you have a problem or an issue and it's causing you a lot of stress and anxiety, you don't know how to deal with it. The energy healing helps you put a face to it to see how it would look.
Okay. All right.
Now, once you've done that, then what happens is that you can then think of how to, um, you know, how to overcome it. So
Okay.
if I was to
Okay.
give you an example, supposing I have some form of something that's causing me anxiety. I don't know how to
Mm.
deal with it because anxiety is
Mm.
something I feel. It's
Mm.
intangible. So if during my meditation, um, it might appear as maybe an animal or a certain shape or something,
Okay.
then the energy healing will help me to form another shape which can overcome this,
Okay.
overcome the challenge. Now,
So
what
if
this is
there is
doing,
an animal, uh, Nahid, for example, if somebody is imagining it's like a wolf, and you change it to a nice like a deer or a lamb, something nice, is it? Suddenly it
this is what
changes.
happens. Yes, the first time I
Yeah.
experienced it,
Hmm.
it's not something I was expecting. It's not something that I made up. It's something that just appeared from my
It appears.
subconscious. It
Hmm.
appeared, and then I
Okay.
found that something else appeared, which basically overcame it. Now, sometimes it takes more than one session.
Yeah, of
But
course.
what
Yeah.
actually do? Because if you think about it, this is what the brain does anyway. Okay, our senses, our nerves, and our brain, they
Hmm.
actually take energy vibrations, and it goes to the
Hmm.
brain and it's translated into shapes and colors. Okay,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
so this is what the energy healing is actually doing on a
Hmm.
conscious and a subconscious level.
Huh.
It's bringing up those memories, energy forms, and then the brain is translating it into some sort of shape or form, and then you're bringing other forms which overcome it. So the
Okay.
idea is to clear that energy and clear the memories, the painful memories or the anxiety or the fear that we have. Now, the beauty of it is it actually works.
It works.
And that's the essence of it. Now, when you do this regularly, you do start to clear the painful memories, and there's a calm and there's a peace that comes. And with that peace, the idea is to slowly remove the fears that cause anxiety, jealousy, the need to prove myself. So in time, I feel good about myself. My self-confidence grows. And then I'm not so worried about what others will think of me. Yeah.
That's very important. Yeah, that's very important. But like some people have got very bloated egos. Do you think it's difficult to shift it and to make them a timid,
It
or
might
I
take
wouldn't say timid,
longer.
huh?
It's like anything, it's like anything. When you have clothes which have been soiled, some might take longer to wash. Some might you have to stick in the machine twice or three times, but it can be done. And that's
Yeah.
how determined you are. Because what we're all trying to do is we're trying to have peace inside, okay? But we're trying to find that peace outside. This is a way of creating that peace from inside. You know what Rumi said? He said that you don't have to find love. All you have to do is remove the barriers to love. Our Ruh is pure, unconditional love. Our fear, our anxieties, our jealousies is what masks us. It hides it. When we can wipe those out, we see our pure, sparkling, peaceful Ruh. And that's the purpose of self meditation, to remove all the barriers so that we can reach our pure, loving Ruh. And that's peace. That's pure peace.
You're painting such a beautiful picture, Naib.
It is like that because I've experienced it. I mean, I haven't reached perfection, but I can feel the difference, and I can honestly say that this works. Because the reason why we're trying to achieve, we're all trying to achieve, is to make ourselves feel good. But if you
Yeah.
can feel peaceful inside, then there is no anger, there's no need to prove myself, there's no hatred. I can give love and compassion to others as well. And that's the ultimate aim, to reach that state. इसीलिए मौला ने कहा जिसने अपने आप को पहचाना उसने रब को पहचाना, because my Rab is pure love. Yeah? He doesn't judge people. We judge. If somebody's not a doctor, they're not good enough. That's judgment.
Right. Bilkul,
Okay?
that's true. Very
Allah
true.
doesn't do that. Allah doesn't say that the dustman is any less than the doctor. Allah treats everybody and values everybody and loves everybody equally. So isn't that what we should be trying to do?
Of course.
Rather than judging people as good or bad. So if I can reach that state of peace, then I don't mind what's going on around me. I'm happy for people to do what they want.
You see, we most of the time we are, prejudgmental. We look at a person and we have got a picture in our mind. What kind of person is that? Which is this is because of again a mindset. Because कोई अच्छी तरह से बात कर रहा है, कोई आपसे खुश असलूबी के साथ पेश आ रहा है, मगर आप जो हैं उसको अपने माइंड में एक दूसरी पिक्चर बना रहे हैं. Is it because you are feeling insecure, isn't it? Because you are insecure, because you cannot have what she has or he has. कोई सक्सेस की उस पे चढ़ गया है, I mean becoming very successful. Due to sheer hard work, someone has become very successful in business or in education or in any field. And because I'm unable to reach there, so I start, feeling jealous and feeling, start bitching around that person because I am not
Yes,
capable enough, isn't it?
it
Isn't
is.
it?
Because we're all the time we're comparing. I mean, it's not anybody's fault because I think this is the way that society is, and this is the way that we're brought up. We're brought up to think,
Exactly.
yeah, you
Yeah.
have to be a certain way, you have to look a certain way, you have to behave a certain way, you have to have a certain job and status, and only then you will get love and respect. But actually, if you think about it,
Mm.
love comes from inside. Okay? If somebody has so much peace inside that they love themselves, they don't need somebody else's approval or somebody else's, yeah, certificate,
But
as it were.
I'm sure everyone loves themselves. I'm sure you love yourself.
Well,
I love
no.
myself. I like so.
Okay, let me explain it a different way. Um, as children, again, it's nobody's fault, but if I developed beliefs that I'm not good enough,
Nahid,
okay,
Nahid,
so there's
Nahid, 8 minutes. Nahid, we have a call. Then we'll talk. Okay, we'll continue.
yeah,
We have a call. जी हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम
हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम
जी वालेकुम सलाम जी
जी सईदा आंटी मैं आपकी आवाज को पहचान गई होंगी
जी
आपका प्रोग्राम माशाल्लाह बहुत अच्छा जा रहा है और बहुत ही नॉलेजेबल है और आजकल के मौके के लिहाज से
जी
मैं सिस्टर से कहना चाहूंगी कि मैं पूरी इनकी कन्वर्सेशन सुन रही थी तो इसमें अब ये ऐड कर प्लीज करें कि जो लोग अंडर एस्टिमेट करते हैं लोगों को some people they go by there's this saying they go by looking at them my next phrase जब इस वक्त नहीं आ रही है don't judge the people by the book cover
don't judge a book by its cover don't judge a book yeah बिल्कुल
don't judge it by its cover
I believe in it I believe in it yes
I believe in it too तो जो अंडर एस्टिमेशन जो लोग करते हैं ना उसके ऊपर थोड़ा सा आप बात करें
अच्छा
क्योंकि I think this is the best way of expressing my feelings and the people's feelings as well
thank you
we should never look people down thank you very
बिल्कुल
much
thank you for your call thank you I know who you are
most welcome
okay thank you खुदा हाफिज हाँ बड़ा अच्छा ये सवाल है नाहिद है ना हम लोग जैसे अभी हम यही तो बात कर रहे थे कि कोई अच्छा कपड़े पहने हुए है कोई अच्छी वो हो रहा है और या कोई बिल्कुल सादा है और गंवार सा लग रहा है तो हम लोग कहते हैं हाँ ये तो कुछ भी नहीं क्या है ये बेकार के लिए इनको देखो इनको तरीका नहीं आता ओढ़ने का पहनने का करने का तो नेवर जज अ बुक बाय इट्स कवर और हम लोग कवर देख के अपने ज्यादा आइडियाज को वो जो करना व्हाट डू यू से टू दैट इट्स अ गुड क्वेश्चन आई लाइक्ड इट
yeah. If you think about in nature, you have apple trees, you have banana trees. You don't. All the trees are different. You don't insist that a banana tree should look like an apple tree. Everybody's different, and we value each one. Okay? But humans, we don't value each humans as they are for their unique talents. We think certain talents are good and certain are not good. But that's judgment.
Yeah, so we become prejudgmental, yes.
And even when you were saying that we all love ourselves, but if deep down, all of us, I think, feel certain shame or guilt because, like we all do, I think I'm not good enough in certain ways, or I'm not, maybe I'm not beautiful enough, I'm not intelligent enough, or I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that. And we feel a certain level of shame. Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
guilt
to
factor
cover
is
that
there.
up, we try and cover it up. Okay. So on a deep level, all of us, I think, don't really accept ourselves as we are. We want to be different. Yeah?
Because the
So
grass is
nature,
always greener on the other side, you see.
exactly. Yeah.
वो देखो वो इस तरह से हमें भी yeah, that's true, very true. अच्छा, how did this meet yourself meditation come from? Could be anything.
Okay. Well, essentially, as I said, it's from Maulana's hadith. He who recognizes himself recognizes his Rabb. So on a very basic level, हमको अपने आप को पहचानने का मतलब ये है कि we take away the mask that we put on, the pretense that we put on for other people. So we recognize who I really am. Okay, maybe some people don't like some of my characteristics, but that's the way I am. You know, like हमारा मज़हब हमें सिखाता है, and quite rightly, that we shouldn't tell lies, we shouldn't do this, and the things that we should. But just supposing I have a certain fault, now I might feel ashamed of it, so I pretend it's not there. I pretend to be good. Okay, but that's denial. When I accept myself, okay, पता है क्या, मैं कभी-कभी मुझे थोड़ा झूठ बोल देती हूँ मैं. मुझे पता है ये गलत है, but I do it. Now, once I've acknowledged that, once I've recognized that, then I can try and change it. But as long as I deny myself and say, no, I always tell the truth, I'm always good, I'm perfect, I can't actually change myself.
Nobody is perfect, Nahid. Nobody.
So the idea is to accept my imperfections and other people's imperfections as well. Now, when I accept my own and other people's, then I'm not so critical. So I'm more tolerant, I'm more compassionate. And then we're all on a journey. We're all trying to become better. And that is the idea. With the healing, the meditation helps me become aware of my own imperfections. The healing helps me to accept myself and other people as we are. Now, you know, when we are somebody who really accepts us, you know, the relief that we feel comfortable.
That's true, yeah.
And that's what creates inner peace. Now, if we can all get to that state where we accept ourselves and accept each other, then we can all feel that inner peace. And it's that peace that helps us connect with Allah. So it's a gradual journey.
This the whole concept of peace, ये तो global है. हर faith में ये सब peace के लिए सब peace की तमन्ना सब कर रहे हैं. लेकिन बहुत कम है, you know. अभी जैसे कि किसका पता नहीं, किसी शायर का है ना, एक वो है, तुझमें रब दिखता है यारा मैं क्या करूं. ठीक है, तुझमें रब दिखता है. अब कितने लोग हैं कि आप देख के ये कहेंगे वाकई में कितने अच्छे इंसान होंगे ये, कितनी अच्छी इनकी सोचें होंगी, कितनी हैं, अभी भी हैं, लेकिन मेजॉरिटी जो ना स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं, हम सब स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं टू अपने आप, एक्चुअली अपने आप को, जो आप कह रही हो ना, एक आइडियल के भाई अपनी रब के, जब रब आपके अंदर है तो आपका नफ्स भी पाक होना चाहिए, आपकी सोच भी पाक होनी चाहिए. बट वी आर ऑल स्ट्रगलिंग टू गेट देयर.
Okay, you know, it's like the Quran tells us that Allah says, I'm closer to you than your jugular vein. Jugular vein is so close. So, and with all that ruh, which is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you imagine somebody that you really love is right beside you, whispering words of love. But my mind is so full of chatter, I'm making so much noise, and there's so much noise around me, and I'm saying, oh, where are you? Where are you? I'm looking for you. Where are you? But I'm making so much noise that I don't realize that this person is right next to me, whispering loving words at me. It's only when I quieten my mind, I stop looking outside, I look where I am, and I go silent, then I will hear those words. Okay? And that's what most of us are doing. We've trained ourselves to look outside of ourselves, to be happy, to be peaceful. We think that happiness and peace will come from external things. What we're saying is meditation is, the essence of meditation is to turn our awareness inside, away from external distractions. Look inside and quieten the mind so you can hear those words, those loving words. Okay? And I think this is the main difference. This is the main thing. Our focus from childhood is to look for solutions outside. It's
Yes.
only when we turn our focus inside. We're so busy trying to know others and please others. We're
Oh
strangers
wow.
to ourselves. Most of us are
बिल्कुल
strangers. अब
true,
सोचें
very
ज्यादातर लोग अगर अकेले कमरे में बैठेंगे खामोशी में, उनको अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, वो बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकेंगे, वो फौरन फोन लेंगे या कुछ लेंगे, वो खामोश हो ही नहीं सकते. So
oh my
major
God, so true.
self-meditation is training ourselves gradually to stop the distractions
And enjoy
and
your
look
own company.
inside.
And enjoy
Exactly.
your own company. Oh,
Exactly. हाँ.
oh my
क्योंकि वो
God.
कहते हैं ना, आप जब दुआ पढ़ रहे हैं, नमाज पढ़ रहे हैं, आप अल्लाह से बात कर रहे हैं, लेकिन आप जब मुराकबा मेडिटेशन में जा रहे हैं, तो आप अल्लाह की बात सुन रहे हैं. आप उसी वक्त सुनेंगे when you're quiet.
True. True. Very true. हाँ, अल्लाह ताला हम सबको तौफीक दे इस तरह करने की. तो
वो
बहरहाल
आवाज
इट्स
अंदर
वेरी
से आती है.
है
अंदर की आवाज को हम चाह रहे हैं कि we want people
अपने अंदर.
अंदर की आवाज सुने.
तो वही तो मैंने शुरू में कहा ना नाहिद that you know
बिल्कुल.
we do not listen to our inner voice because the inner voice is telling us the truth, लेकिन हम उसको नहीं एक्सेप्ट करना चाह रहे हैं क्योंकि you know हम लोग as it is हम ठीक हैं इसके लिए. but tell me something, I mean in severe cases कितना टाइम लगता है इंसान को मतलब अपनी सोच को तब्दील करने के लिए ताकि you know ये देखो ना मेडिटेशन आल्सो इज अ फॉर्म ऑफ एक स्पिरिचुअलिटी की लैडर पे कदम रखा है. इसमें बाज औकात लोगों को जैसे कि विर्द करते हैं अल्लाह ताला के नामों का 99 जो नाम है उनमें से कुछ नाम लेके उनका विर्द करते रहते हैं. सो डू यू थिंक दैट हेल्प्स एज वेल टू क्लियर योर माइंड जो क्लटर हुआ हुआ उसको रिमूव करने में इफ यू स्टार्ट दिस.
Definitely. I mean, all religions, all spiritual paths, the heart is, they all put a focus on self-knowledge. Because self-knowledge से अपने आप को पहचानने से जो है, is, no, essentially we are spiritual beings. हमारी रूह जो है, वो that's our real self. Okay? And that's not a physical thing. So how can we, the way to connect with the spiritual self is through silence. Rasul जो थे, he used to go to the cave of Hira in silence, meditation. Okay? Okay? But, you know, the modern world, there is so much noise that we can't hear ourselves. Now, the other thing is, whenever we have a problem, we start Googling for a solution or we ask other people and we get 50 different opinions and then we get confused and that causes anxiety.
बिल्कुल सही,
But the thing
बिल्कुल सही.
is, everybody is different. So meditation enables you to hear your own inner voice, your own inner guidance. So meditation connects you to your own inner guidance because each person has a solution for themselves inside of themselves. Yeah?
Okay.
What works for me might not work for someone else. So I have to find my own solution inside. And that then makes me feel in control as well.
मतलब हर एक का एक अपना तरीका होगा अपने मेडिटेट करने का भी. ये भी तो हो सकता है ना, हर एक का एक अपना डिफरेंट तरीका हो. कोई रात को बैठ के जब नींद नहीं आ रही है तो बैठ के मेडिटेट करते हैं. कुछ लोग दिन में गाड़ी चलाते हुए मेडिटेट. इट इज पॉसिबल इन अ डिफरेंट वेज. एवरीवन इज डिफरेंट, इजंट इट?
Yeah, I mean, for me, when I'm walking in nature, I find that, you know, because the essence of meditation is to get into that meditative state where the mind is still at peace.
Yes.
And you're aware of your inner state. And it's through that inner silence that you connect with the Almighty, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well.
तो इसमें मगर हैविंग सेड दैट देखो जैसे कहा ना कि अपने अकेले जाओ नेचर के से खामोशी से बैठो और मेडिटेट करो. इसका ये मतलब तो नहीं है ना कि आप अपनी दुनिया भी छोड़ दें?
No,
अल्लाह
no,
ताला ने
not
आपको
at all.
दुनिया में दी,
Not at all.
है ना? आपको जो
Not at
दुनियावी काम है वो भी करने हैं। आपको सोसाइटी में भी जाना है, एक मकाम है आपका, आपको उसमें कंडक्ट करनी होती है चीज़ें बहुत सारी। तो ये तो इसका ये मतलब तो नहीं है ना कि आप दुनिया को तर्क करके सिर्फ़ आप
No,
बस
no,
वो
no.
दरख़्त के नीचे बैठ जाइए और बस अल्लाह हू करिए, ऐसा तो नहीं है ना?
No, no, बिल्कुल भी नहीं है, बिल्कुल भी नहीं है। I mean, मेडिटेशन तो आप थोड़ी सी देर के लिए करेंगे खामोशी में, आप पूरा दिन तो नहीं करेंगे। And the other thing is, meditation, if you meditate regularly, it actually trains your brain so that you're not reacting, you're responding. You know, most
ओके,
of the time for most people, they're functioning in autopilot. What that means is that they're they're their thinking and their behavior is just according to habits without them being fully
हाँ,
aware. You know, there's so many
हाँ,
people that are multitasking all the time. We don't know what we're
या,
doing. We're doing
या,
things, we're driving, our mind is elsewhere. We're, you know, even when we're talking to people, we're not
हुँ,
focusing on what they're saying.
ट्रू,
And this
वेरी ट्रू,
really,
वेरी ट्रू।
the quality of our life, our work, our relationships really goes down.
बिल्कुल,
Meditation trains our mind to
हुँ।
focus. It
अच्छा ये
increases
बताओ
our
नाहिद
focus, concentration.
नाहिद हाउ लॉन्ग वन शुड मेडिटेट? आई मीन एनी टाइम लिमिट जिसमें कि आपको वाक़ई में लगे कि हाँ, काम हो रहा है और डिपेंड ऑन द सिवियरिटी ऑफ द सिचुएशन और कंडीशन, हाउ लॉन्ग डज़ इट
Well,
नॉर्मली टेक?
everybody has different amounts of time. I mean, we're not suggesting that you spend hours and hours. For some
नो,
people, you know, to start with, if it's difficult, 10 minutes, build it up to 20 minutes, build it up to half an
ओके,
hour.
ओके,
But
ओके,
I mean, it doesn't have to, the purpose of it is to train the mind. And once your
हुँ,
mind learns to become calm, then you can
हुँ,
be in a meditative state even when you're walking, when you're doing other things.
ओह वाह!
The, the
ज़बरदस्त,
train the mind to be calm. So,
हाँ,
you know, when you're talking to somebody, you're not reacting. You can
हुँ,
think
हुँ,
calmly. I mean, people that we've taught this to, some of the things that they consistently say is
हाँ,
that they have become less reactive. So
ओह
when
वाह!
they get,
ज़बरदस्त,
when they're in difficult situations, they're able to
हुँ,
think calmly and
हाँ,
respond
वाह!
in, you know, in helpful ways. And they don't
नाइट
react to criticism and they don't react to people.
Naid, now we are towards the end of the program. I want your final thought on it, and then we have to say goodbye to you. Thank you so much. बहुत interesting chat थी तुम्हारी and very informative. If anybody wants your number, I'll definitely give them. But your final thought, what message are you going to give to the people? Quickly.
I would like everybody to learn meet yourself meditation so that they can
हाँ,
heal their fear and their anxiety and have peace
हाँ.
inside. So that ultimately we can have a peaceful world.
थैंक यू, लवली मैसेज। नाजरीन थैंक यू सो मच, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग गुफ्तगू हुई है और दुआ करते हैं कि हम सब परवरदिगार आलम हमें भी अपने नफ्स को टटोल के उसको उजला